to.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
The first question is, could you introduce yourself?
My name is Andrew Newman. I'm a board member of Newman Impact and an educator at the John Burroughs School in St. Louis, Missouri. We're a private co-educational school of 7th through 12th graders. We have about 600 and almost 700 students. And in that department, I teach in the art department and the director for Modern United Nations program.
Okay. What motivated you to work in Newman Impact, specifically focusing on the 14th SDG?
Sure. So for over 20 years, I've been involved in Model United Nations. I've been training students to debate global issues, to learn those leadership skills and debate skills. And I just was in a group in Doha, Qatar in about 2017, 2018. And it's just in a discussion with other directors and UN officials, educators, thought about what does it look like after these students leave a conference? They've become mini experts in these topics, but they just put the words on a page and leave them there. They walk away. They like to dream that someone at the UN would actually hear about their ideas to solve these global issues, but no actions were taken. So Newman Impact was created, and just was so excited to know that we're going to help youth, empower them with that idea and truth that the United Nations is really listening to the voice of youth. That if you implement your ideas and put them into action in your local communities or globally, we've got some substantial research done. We've got some brilliant outside-the-box ideas. Let's see if we can implement some of those. So to actually put those ideas into resolutions at the real United Nations is what is happening in Newman Impact. That's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Do you think that nowadays there is enough awareness about helping the marine ecosystem?
Helping the what system?
The marine ecosystem.
The marina or the marine system. Is there any hope? Yes, absolutely. I mean, if we don't do anything about it, I think when you do look at it from the perspective of going to the source and not trying to mop up the problem that's already existing, and we do need to continue our trash cleanups, and I honestly believe that one person can make a difference. Do you know that expression where if there's thousands of starfish laying on the beach, little girls walking, little boys walking with their grandparent, and runs over, the child picks up one starfish and throws it back in, and grandpa looks at him and says, well, why'd you do that? Well, it made a difference for that one fish. You can't possibly pick up all 1,000 starfish, but it made a difference to the life of that one starfish. So one child, one person, even an adult, even picking up one piece of plastic, one plastic water bottle, I think makes a difference. And so collectively is what we hope for, is that everyone is paying attention to set an example for each other, that we start to clean up our land and hopefully keep it from going out into the seas. And I'm just so impressed with those who take it a step further and are willing to try to go to the corporations and go to the governments, create social media campaigns, have petition writing. And it makes a difference because then you ban single-use plastic in grocery stores and people have to bring their own bags. It's just a change of habits. You know, it's hard for human beings to change their behavior, but it's something that's I believe, worth working on. Otherwise, we'll have a sixth extinction or third extinction, whatever extinction we're on. Dinosaurs disappeared. Like, are we that naive to think that we can't just go away, whether it's a meteor that strikes our planet? But if you look at what's happening to ocean and sea, 70% of our oxygen comes from the ocean. 90% of our life on Earth comes from under the water. And all the carbon dioxide that we produce is absorbed by the ocean. But we're destroying that ocean. We're destroying the coral reefs, which help in that process, that cycle. And if we don't do something about the change in our climates and heating up the oceans, it's going to destroy life on as we know it, our life. Rephrase it or just...
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a good one?
What do you like most about the Newman Impact's current magazine?
The community magazine, I love that students are writing. It's student-led, that they're creating the articles, they're coming up with ideas of what to write about. Whether it's an opinion piece or a feature piece, they're reporting on the work that they're doing and they're sharing that with the world. They're laying out the pages and they're putting that together. I think that's a great product. And the fact that they can do it sustainably, that's continued over the course of the last 2 years, I think is brilliant. It's a really neat publication.
Do you think that your journey has changed the way you see the life below water? That's,
My life was 100% affected by being on the ocean for 3 weeks. I mean, to just eliminate this stupid device, communication. I mean, family tolerates me. I have 2 children and wife, and I just know I'm going to do this. And to be out there, sustain yourselves with 7 complete strangers, to just be out in the water, to be under the stars at night with no light anywhere, and to just work. And it's challenging what your mind goes through when you're out in the middle of the ocean. Some people go crazy. It's just too much. That isolation, to be alone like that, a lot of people can't handle that. I took it as an opportunity to kind of reset my clock, to reset my mindset, to just kind of think about, for me personally, my life, the track I was on, and to look at this issue, which marine pollution, to actually see it for myself. It really affected me. And to come back, my students were really, when you look at that picture of that seagull, the albatross bird, when you see the amount of plastic in that water, whether it's microplastics or megaplastic, it's like hard to ignore. It's for me.
I'm gonna add one question.
Yeah.
Is the picture that you took that Lisa said your favorite one?
No, but I love that one because I didn't take it, but it was shot by someone who was on the trip with me. It's pretty cool. I really explain it. Where's Waldo?
Yes.
The idea. So I'm Where's Nemo?
Yeah, I know.
So I dressed up, and I'll show you the picture.
I saw the picture.
Okay, right. So I dressed up in yellow and white instead of red and white because my school colors are red and white. You guys are what, green and white or green and blue? Green and blue. So we're blue and gold. So I dressed up instead of red and white, blue and gold with stripes. Put a hat on, and so I was in the water, I was in land, everyone. My students, I'd send pictures, and they had to figure out where it was. So in that case, I was underwater, and they're like, "Woo!" I was like, "I'm in Great Barrier Reef in Australia." So yeah, it's a neat picture. It's a neat picture.
And what would you tell the youth to motivate them to take action in this issue?
What would I tell youth to motivate them to take action and just
in this issue, in water pollution?
I would have them look. I actually do have them do this exercise. I have them wake up in the morning, and I say, "I want you to take a notebook, and I want you to start writing down all the things that you touch that are made of plastic." And just start with the comb to brush your hair, and then it's the toothbrush, and it's the bottle to clean their contact lenses, and they realize they've created a list of over 50 to 100 things. By the time they walk out the door for school, they have touched 100 unique items, right? There's plastic. It's everything. It's everything. It's everywhere. And to realize then what is necessary in your life, what could be made differently, the product that could be made differently that perhaps it wouldn't be as toxic to our universe, to our Earth, and to think about what effect you could have and how you could change your behavior. Not to say you don't want to comb your hair anymore. You're reusing that plastic, so that's okay. But a lot of them say, my mom hands me a plastic bottle before I go out. She says, hydrate yourself, have some water. It's like, why not just grab a metal container or something else that you reuse? So just getting them to realize how invasive plastic is in their lives. That's not necessarily bad, but maybe think about single-use plastic and how you're using it and how that could change. Here's another great example. You guys picked up trash outside in what? Plastic bags, right? Not all those bags were filled. So they're going to take all those 6 bags out to recycle them. They probably could have gone out with 4 bags. They could have combined the bags together and then reused 3 of those bags for the next group. So just my students think about this. So we were out, they said, Mr. Newman, this is really an irony that we're picking up plastic using plastic. I said, yeah. I said, what about Canvas bags? Great. We asked the group, the Corps of Engineers that works on the Mississippi River, said, could we maybe not use plastic next time? They're like, yeah, we have potato sacks. We have these big canvas bags. Absolutely, we'll bring those. So we don't use plastic anymore to pick up. Now it came from a student. So they're thinking, hopefully that's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys.